Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a story of a man who accidentally saw his wife's secret messages with a guy. So he beat up the guy, and here's what happened next. I need advice. I found out my wife cheated on me at least twice to a person she met on a dating website. Our relationship had been rocky, but continue because we have young kids. I found out she had been cheating on me when I accidentally saw text messages sent by him. I was filled with rage and was able to track him down on that same night. I ended up going to his house and proceeded to beat him up. For context, I am not a person who is violent. This had been the only time I have struck anyone outside of martial arts. I have been rowing since I was a teenager in high school and row and lift weights occasionally. I have very strong upper body strength. I also studied weapon-based martial arts when I was in university: Kendo, Kabuto, Iaido, and Jodo. So I have confident using a katana, bow, nunchuk, sai, jo, and bakken. My only regret was that I am not trainer in unarmed combat and was unable to inflict more damage. That was almost 6 months ago. And now I am still filled with anger. If it is not anger, it is emptiness. Because of what happened, I don't have much joy in life anymore. I have not eaten much, but spent more time at the gym to burn my rage. I also joined a Muay Thai gym to burn my anger even more, have knowledge and skill with unarmed martial arts. Ever since the incident, one of my only source of joy is going to the Muay Thai gym. Going 5 times a week, sometimes going for double session in the one day. After gym sessions, I would stay behind and do extra 100 kicks in each side, 100 knees and 100 teeps. Often I am the only one left in the gym, kicking the heavy bags while the head coach tidies up the gym. As I type this, I also realized I only feel something when I get kicked, punched, receive bruises. Even when I have bruises all over my shins and feet, I still go the next day and continue kicking on those areas so I can feel something again. I have lost about 20 kilograms, gained a lot of muscle mass, and have a mean switch kick. I feel so angry I want to beat up the other guy again and again and again. How do I curb my anger in my here? Get rid of your cheating wife. Sorry, but out of sight, out of mind is reality. You're angry because she cheated, and seeing her every day reminds you of her infidelity. Divorce her and move on with your life and you'll feel much better. It is possible that the other man didn't even know that she was married. Outside of Ashley Madison, I doubt that married women who are on dating apps are flashing their rings, or even saying a thing about being in a relationship already. The OP clearly said this. The guy knew she was married and had young kids. Yes, but this was in a mini update. Edit later the post, and not was with the original post. Update: thank you everyone for the comments. I literally posted this before I went to bed last night. Just finished Muay Thai and checked on Reddit and had close to 100 comments, replies. I will slowly read through it tonight and reply, update my post. I really appreciate everyone reading and messaging. Update 2, thanks all. I have read and replied to most of the comments. Just replying to some here. The guy knew she was married and had young kids. I have and still am going to individual counseling to work on my depression. To those you say I am an idiot. Yes, I am an idiot now. I didn't used to be. I felt I was kind and gentle. I would often volunteer and provide my time and energy to help others who are less fortunate. I don't gamble, don't do substances, and only drink occasionally. I am financially stable and feel secure in the future. I feel what had happened really affected me and changed my value in myself. Now I am no longer that person. I am filled with anger and no longer a kind person. I would be less patient and will lash out at others. The situation at the moment between my wife. We are together still. She claims full remorse and accountability. She accepts any decision I make. I have told her older sister, and she is completely appalled for what she has done. I didn't study martial arts to use it as a weapon. I studied it to cultivate myself and did it because I was bullied a lot growing up. During rowing and martial arts I become stronger and more confident and wasn't bullied anymore. But what happened that night really broke me and almost said of what happened in the past. I often would have intrusive thoughts, daydreams, nightmares where I would attack her, him, and even random strangers. I can see when I interact with others, they are afraid of me. I have to suppress a lot of my urge and anger. Update 3. After about a week since writing this post, I had a range of comments and messages to me. Upon reflection, I had come to some of the following conclusions. To the comments that said that my anger was misplaced and that the beating was misplaced, I thought about it and want to say that I am angry at both parties. With regards to beating the other guy, on that night I had a moment of brief clarity and stopped and pondered if I really would want to go ahead and beat him up. I decided to do it because I needed to assert my dominance with both the other guy and my wife. If someone broke into your house, would you not attack the thief? Secondly, what he did is socially unacceptable, just like those people who push in line, talk during movies, block views in concert, etc. If these people are not put in place and don't face any repercussions, they will continue to act in that manner. So no, I have no regrets for beating him up at all. Perhaps he will continue to sleep with other women, but most likely he will be more wary now, and in turn it may prevent future heartbreaks in the future. Follow-up question to those who have walked my path. Do you have any regrets for leaving the marriage? If so, what is it? Conversely, for those who stayed, same question, but in reverse. I just feel so lost at the moment and would like to hear from others' experiences. I, 29 male, have been with my wife, 29 female, for 15 years and married for 4. A few months ago I started a new job which left me stressed and busy along with periodic business trips. After some suspicion I finally caught her and she came clean about sleeping with another man, but I believe they've been engaging in an affair for months. We've quickly decided to divorce and move on. I'm struggling with the thought of being without her and the fact that she's so much happier with someone else. I found pictures of them together which I regret seeing. Where do I go from here? How do I pick up the pieces of my shattered life? You are an absolute champion. Found out and done, no games. Time will heal and then you will prosper. Chump Lady's motto comes to mind. Leave a cheater, gain a life. I'm in reconciliation and it's really hard, man. A lot of heavy emotional lifting that I wouldn't have had to do if we had made the decision you did, OP. Not sure what's better, but I commend you and wish you the best. Edit. Thank you all for your kind words. This pain is fresh and I'm trying my best to reach out to everyone I can. I need to go get my things after I get home this evening, which will be incredibly difficult, along with saying goodbye to my dog. Edit 2. This is incredibly difficult to walk away from everything. I'm incredibly close to her family and I'm struggling to pull the trigger. Edit 3. She has no desire to reconcile, and at this point nor do I. I've decided to take the dog with me and move on. We've been replaced in her life in a matter of days. I married a monster. Edit 4. I'm officially moved out and into my brother's place in another city. I feel extremely hopeful for my future, but I can't help but reminisce on all my good memories of us. My dog is taking this as hard as I am, but having lots of family around has been extremely valuable to us both. I'm learning to reach out to people for once in my life and not rely on one person or try to deal with it alone. Sharing my story online was never something I'd ever had considered in the past, and it's the best decision I've made so far. All the words here are reassuring and helping me deal with this incredible pain and suffering, one day at a time. Update. Wow, what a week. I can't thank the people of this community enough. I received an incredible amount of support and reassurance over the last week, and I'm thankful I had the courage to post here. This was the best decision I made in the first few hours of the bomb dropping. I have worked out rough details of the divorce with my soon-to-be ex-wife, and she's continuing to try and manipulate and be a victim in all of this. Thanks to the support of everyone in my life, including her sister and brother, I've been able to see past her behavior. I still have to work through not trying to care for her because that's all I've done for 15 years. But I can't help but be disgusting and ashamed of her. She will never be in my life again. I realized the things she wanted me to improve on in our marriage were caused by her. I was unhappy with her and was afraid to admit that to myself, and I'm better off without her. I deserve so much more and I am not settling for anything but what I deserve. I'm incredibly optimistic for the future. I'm back in my hometown, connecting with my family and friends again, dreaming of a new future for me and my pup. I'm hitting the gym this week, meeting multiple friends I haven't talked to in years, and I hope to return to work after this. She didn't destroy my life, she gave me a new one and I'm going to make the best of it. Just left my cheating wife, or I kicked her out, last week and I feel amazing too. Good for you. Keep focusing on yourself, gym, friends, dog, whatever else makes you happy, and you'll continue to improve and seize your new life. Happy for you. It's incredibly difficult and scary thing to do, but I've always believed we're always somehow responsible for our outcomes, no matter how small of an influence we have. If we stay, we just prolong the pain and suffering. Yes, what you have just stated is in line with the concept of radical acceptance. Check it out if you haven't heard of it already. Holy crap, I learned this from kidney stones. My first one, I lost my cool and suffered. Then I learned to just relax and let it run its course. I kept telling myself this too shall pass. Yup, that's how it is in life. There is light at the end of the tunnel and life after divorce. Consider this the universe's way of removing your soon-to-be ex-wife from your life so that you will be open to receiving the life and love that is waiting for you. Best of luck, my friend. Edit. Just read your original post. You are only 29 and have no kids with her. Go, heal yourself and live your best life. I'm also glad you took the dog, lol. My dog was super upset for the first few days, but eating again and mostly back to himself. That's great to hear. Update 2. I wanted to give an update on my life to give some hope to those of you that are deep in despair about what will become of your life, and where your journey may take you. I'm about 3.5 months from D-Day, and although my journey is still beginning, I have progressed in some incredible ways. I followed some of the basic suggestions many of you will receive. Go to the gym, go to therapy, and get some new hobbies. The gym helped me immensely in the first 3 to 4 weeks to overcome intense anger that was waiting for me every morning. It helped me feel better about myself, and as the anger transitioned into anxiety and depression, it gave me boosts to start my day. These days the gym has become a constant daily routine that hasn't wavered, and for the first time in my life my arms were complimented by a girl. Damn, does that feel good. I'm down 20 pounds from my heaviest and lost 3 inches on my waist. Therapy was an extremely valuable tool to help me understand that I wasn't broken, and many of the things I was being told and the way I was being treated by my ex were false. It was also one of the only spaces that I felt I could really be honest with myself about how much pain I was being subjected to. The most important thing I did above all, in my opinion, was pick up a new hobby. My best friend liked to ski all winter, so I picked up skiing. It's been an incredible experience for me. I was invited on a ski trip pretty quickly and met some amazing people who I would now call good friends. I even met an amazing girl. While things didn't last, she showed me the kind of girl I deserved and helped me gain some confidence back. All we can do is look forward and continue to invest in yourself. Good things will start to happen for you. This too shall pass. Good for you. Continue to keep soon-to-be ex-wife and AP out of your thoughts and conversations. Keep any interaction blocked and delete their phone numbers, etc. Throw away the old keepsake reminders you have of them. Now, tell us more about skiing, the weight loss, and the new women. Dropping 20 pounds and gaining confidence has gotta be feeling good. Any plans for after ski season? Unfortunately, the girl I met lives in another city and decided the distance was too much for her to deal with. We ended amicably, and I told her that when she moves back to my city, give me a call. I still have a long ways to go with confidence, but I'm much more confident than when I first separated. The spring and summer I'll be transitioning to biking, camping, and hiking. The group I ski with mountain bikes and backcountry camps, so I'll be joining them on some trips. Sounds like a great plan for spring and summer. Good thing with the girl too. No need to jump back into a big relationship. Maybe try going on a few dates with a few different women. The world is your oyster. I've realized that I still have some work to do on attachment issues that were present in my marriage. This girl came unexpectedly and pursued me in the beginning. I'm going to continue to focus on myself and be the person I want to attract. Eventually someone will come when I least expect it. I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm probably the reason this happened. We've been married for almost 10 years and we have a 2-year-old kid. We tried for years unsuccessfully and finally got pregnant through fertility. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. Shortly after he was born, we moved away from my family and closer to hers. Originally, my mom, who's retired, was going to help out, but she's a cancer survivor, and when COVID happened, she doesn't leave the house. After moving, this is where it went all downhill. I tried starting a business and failed, which I still owe on a pretty sizable business loan. I got into stock options and lost even more money. I got pretty desperate, took loans out, built up credit card debt, and now in $350K plus debt. I handled the finances, and this was happening for a couple years. I finally told her this past summer. I apologized to her, her family, my family. Put everyone in a really crappy place. We do pretty well financially as we make $300K combined, and I work in tech. We've been current on all our balances, but I think this has been pretty hard on her, understandably. Fast forward to this past weekend. She wanted to take a trip to get away and take a break. We go visit where I went to school and hang out with all my old college buddies, 20 plus years of my greatest group of friends. Saturday night we're all hanging out. I go and try to find my wife and go to the basement where I see her having sex with one of my friends. I'm in complete shock and don't know what to say. I run out and leave and still can't comprehend what happened. All I know is that the image is burned into my head for the rest of my life. I get on the next plane and all I want to do is see my kid. I get home where my in-laws are watching my kid and tell them what happened. Her mom is yelling at me that it's all my fault anyways and I'm a terrible person. Her friends are now telling her to file domestic violence charges against me, which blows my mind as I've never touched her, harmed her ever in the 10 years of our marriage or ever towards my kid. I talked to a few lawyers this week and they told me this is typical, so the woman gets full custody. Would love advice here. We've still been living together this week co-parenting, and she still hasn't even said sorry once. I know I was wrong with the financial indiscretions, but I'm not entirely sure if I could ever forgive her. I know it's still early, but the fact that she hasn't apologized makes me think she's already checked out. She did also say if we both want to get divorced, she wants to make our kid a priority. I didn't respond since I'm still trying to understand what the hell happened. I would love to hear any advice anyone has that's been in a similar situation. I'm not perfect by any means. None of us are. And I'm probably the reason this happened. No, F that. She cheated. Period. The reason this happened is because she's a selfish cheater. Told me this is typical, so the woman gets full custody. Would love advice here. This is unfortunately true, and I would suggest recording all interactions with her going forward because of this. You've spoken to her about this. You've spoke to attorneys. Is divorcing her? Yes. I would advise you to have paternity tests done on your kid, and let the wife know you're having it done. Also ensure all your friends knows what happened, and if the guy she effed has a spouse, she's informed as well. Remember, this is not embarrassing for you, it's embarrassing for her and her family. That's the reason they blame you, to avoid the embarrassment of having a daughter who cheats. Man, it's crazy why some men blame themselves when their wife cheats. Sure, he effed up with finances, but a good spouse will always support and be there when times are bad. A failed business is better than gambling or being stupid enough to get conned. You learn a lot in fails. Yep, it's the cultural idea that if a guy cheats, it's because he's a joystick. But if a girl cheats, it's because the guy is a joystick and deserve it because he's inconsiderate, abusive, neglecting. Choose whatever suits you. And a woman who cheats will often, always, capitalize on this notion and present herself as a victim, who just want to be free. Yeah, I know there are a lot of crappy men out there, but seeing a strong, independent woman who takes responsibility even when it's tough is a rare sighting these days. My generation is failing. Edit. Wow, I know I haven't replied to any comments, but I've read every single one of them so far. And I appreciate everyone's perspective, whether in support of her or me. This week has been the hardest week of the hardest year of my life, going from heartbroken to anger. She still hasn't even apologized, which means she's checked out. I'll update everyone once things are a little more concrete and solidified. Update. Wow, I'm blown away by the advice and really appreciate it. We've been co-parenting since everything happened, and everything has been civil while the kid is around. Otherwise, we don't talk. We have agreed on divorce, and that 50-50 will be the best situation. Don't want to get into the details too much since a lot needs to be done before the ink dries. We'll update again following the finalized divorce. Thank you all again for the support. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you really like our videos, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.